Hello all, it's week 15, it's our last week of class. Our focus is on two things. First, pitching and presenting your ideas, but also on continuing the creativity, orienting yourself toward the future, and how you'll keep your creative, innovative ideas flowing. And I hope draw from the tools, the resources, the techniques, the habits, and the methods that we've talked about all semester long. In this video, I'm going to talk first about representing and presenting your ideas. You can have the most creative, innovative idea in the world, but if you can't effectively share it with others, that good idea is going nowhere. I'm going to draw here on some example pitches made by entrepreneurs to secure venture funding, but a formal pitch setting isn't the only time you'll be presenting your ideas and pitching your innovations. This might happen casually over coffee. It might happen at an intern fair. It might happen in an elevator. One key habit of effective, passionate entrepreneurs is that they know how to share their ideas and how to present their skills and abilities. First, presenting your idea. When you're presenting or pitching an idea or a project, some of the initial considerations you should have include knowing your audience, having a story, putting your ask right up front, justifying that ask, anticipating questions, being humble, not over-promising or over-inflating your idea, sharing your passion and excitement, and knowing how to anticipate what's expected of the pitch. Anticipating what's expected relates to how and where you're pitching your idea. Are you giving a concept pitch, truly presenting an idea? Or will a business plan be expected? Are you expected to deliver a slideshow or a video? If you deliver a slideshow, are there other materials you need to prep? Do you have 2 minutes to share your idea? 10? 20? Will there be time for interaction, questions, or discussion? If so, with who? Judges, panelists, random people who are at whatever the event is? You've seen the tempo run pitch before, but I hope you'll look at it now from a different angle.
Look at you on your daily morning 6 a.m. run through the cold weather. Now that's what I call dedication. You are listening to your music and trying to find that perfect song for your run. The first song in your playlist is by far the slowest song that could possibly come on. The tempo is just too slow, so you skip to the next song. This one's even worse. The pace of the track is way too fast and you cannot keep up. How annoying, right? Your music has once again thrown off your running stride. Thankfully, we have the solution. Say hello to Tempo Run. Our revolutionary new app will take all the music on your phone and categorize each song into specific levels based on tempo. So while listening to a certain level, every song will be the same, perfect tempo that you enjoy running to. And hey, if you don't have your own music, we have you covered with our streaming Tempo Radio. Tempo Run is going to sync your run and your music. And that, my friend, is going to make you a happier, stronger runner. The perfect run is only a download away.
At the point that the team showed this video, the app didn't exist. What they pitched here was a concept, an idea, but not a half-baked or a skinny one. They provided enough detail and description to convince venture funders that the idea was fundable, attractive, and doable. Part of the reason why I asked you to participate in creativity exposure opportunities this semester is for you to have a chance to see different people talk and different people sharing and presenting their ideas. If you want to get a sense of different contexts for pitching ideas, check out different local, state, and national startup events like The Hatching, the Burgess New Venture Challenge, the Greenlight Business Model Competition, Start Garden Michigan, or Student Startup Madness at South by Southwest. Although South by Southwest has paused, most of the others have moved into an online format. And what's great about that is because they're online, so a lot are archived and you can review materials and pitches now, even if you missed the event. So let's take a look at a couple example pitches. In 2015, MasterCard built an elevator to solicit elevator pitches and use it to invite pitches for different causes and entrepreneurial ideas. They ran it at the Mashable House at South by Southwest in Texas. MSU students pitched their idea for Tech Twirl. Here's one of the team members pitching Tech Twirl.
Hi, I'm Usman and I'm the founder of Tech Twirl. So what do you do when your devices are broken? And you want to repair? You could go to a repair shop, but it could be costly. You could use Craigslist, but they could be unsafe, and you don't want to get robbed. And you don't want to wait a week for a new phone on eBay or Amazon. TechPro provides a solution. With our new mobile app called Protection, we'll instantly know your device value, and you can buy or sell your devices locally to people in your area. We'll also find you the lowest cost repair shops in your local area. So if you just broke your phone and you want to get it fixed, you can also do that. These repair shops will be bidding on our platform, so you'll always get the lowest cost repair. It's kind of like a Craigslist and eBay mix, but it's much better than that, because with our cashless payment system, you can easily use your credit card to pay for a new device, so you don't have to walk around in Starbucks with $500 of cash anymore. And with Facebook, you always know who you're dealing with, so you feel safe. Thank you.
And here's another member of the team.
Finalist today, one grand prize winner lands tomorrow.
Come on in. Stand right here.
Can you hear me?
Face this camera right here. When you're ready to start, when the door's closed, press this pitch button. A red light's going to come on in that corner. That's when your time starts. You have 60 seconds to give your pitch. With 10 seconds remaining, the lights.
Okay. Hi, my name is Patrick, and I'm with TechTwirl. We're releasing a mobile app called Protection. This is a new freemium insurance app for your mobile device. The problem is, what do you do when you break your phone? 1 out of 4 people will break their device before the next upgrade, and the problem is, what happens when you're left without a phone? I just lost mine on 6th Street myself. Looking on Craigslist is difficult and unsafe. Going to a repair shop could be costly, and buying off the internet just isn't viable when you need a phone now. You cannot live without your mobile device today. So Protection solves this problem by finding you a replacement or repair the moment shit hits the fan. If you lose your device, you can shop on our marketplace for a new one. If you're just trying to sell a device, you can sell directly to us or a local buyer. And if you break your device, our app will know what's broken. We know your carrier, your memory, your condition of the phone. We return you the value at all times. So you'll always know when to get a new device, when to replace your device, and when you're out of luck, we'll have your back. Thank you.
Another Context for Pitches is hosted by Start Garden, a West Michigan-based entrepreneurship incubator. The last few years, they've hosted a 100 Days of Ideas competition. People are invited to share 100-second pitches, and 100 people get seed funding of $1,000, and 10 people get $20,000. And this is how they describe this entrepreneurial opportunity. Not everybody is an entrepreneur, but everyone should be able to get a shot at becoming one. This is a community-wide investment in the businesses and organizations of tomorrow.
Hi, Daryl.
Can we do a 100-idea Q&A?
Yeah, go for it.
If my idea is really, really bad, can I submit it?
Yes, you can.
What if I just have an idea, I don't have a business plan yet? Can I submit it?
The whole point is it's only about a minute to submit an idea. We don't need financials or marketing. You do the business part as you prepare for demo day.
Crazy winter, crazy weather and everything. I can't get to one of the locations. Can I still pitch?
You can just submit the idea through your phone, 100.startgarden.com. You go there, you record a video. We'll never show the video to the public, so if you're in your pajamas, if you haven't done your hair, it doesn't matter.
Who gets to see these ideas? Is somebody going to run away and take my idea?
No, the ideas will never be shared publicly. They'll be confidential.
And once again, how much money is Start Garden giving away?
100 people are going to get $1,000 to prepare for demo day. At demo day, another 10 people will get $20,000 to get from an idea to incubating and running with the business.
So you heard it right. Start Garden 100. $100,000 in 100 days starting February 27th. 100.startgarden.com.
All right.
Last spring, Start Garden transformed their competition to 100 The Comeback and invited people to apply for grants to support their businesses impacted by COVID. People were asked to address 3 questions in their video. Again, 100 seconds, less than 2 minutes. What's your immediate need? Tell us about your business. How has COVID impacted you or your business? Start Garden will announce their 2021 competition this May in just a couple weeks. Another space to see how ideas are pitched are TV shows like Shark Tank and Dragon's Den.
Next in the den, Mark Watson and Mark Appleby from Ottawa and their eco-friendly road salt. It's called Eco-Traction, and it's not really salt, but rather a volcanic mineral mined from a secret source.
Hello, Dragons. My name is Mark Watson. This is Mark Appleby. We're both from Ottawa, Canada, and we have a product called Eco-Traction. We're looking for $150,000 for 5% or $300,000 for 10% of our company. Are any of you dog owners?
Absolutely.
Great. About 3 years ago, my dog Grover suddenly died from cancer. After going to the oncologist, they suggested there was a toxin in the environment, and it may have been the road salt. This led me to look for an eco-friendly alternative to road salt. Eco-Traction is basically an all-natural volcanic mineral. It's a highly porous, naturally occurring stone that basically absorbs the thin layer of water on the surface of ice, embeds itself, almost like Velcro, creating a sandpaper effect. So rather than actually melting the ice, it creates a safe traction zone so that you don't slip and fall.
Mark, why is the fish there?
The fish is there because we're trying to demonstrate that this rock is so safe that the fish can actually swim in a tank full of Eco-Traction. And the plant is here because we're demonstrating that this product is so safe that the plant can grow in 100% Eco-Traction.
Isn't sand eco-friendly?
Sand mixes in 5 to 10% salt to prevent it from freezing in the winter. It's also very mucky. It also tends to clog up the roots on grass when it gets on your grass.
Where does it come out of the earth?
We have a unique geological deposit, and there's only one particular supply that has this characteristics that we have identified to provide particular
got the rights
traction.
to that supply?
We have the exclusive rights for all of North America.
Eco-Traction sounds like a miracle mineral. It's safe, natural, and reusable. And they have exclusive mining rights as long as they reach their sales quota, which means courting big customers.
If you're interested in seeing more, you can head to YouTube and search for Dragon's Den and Eco-Traction and watch the entire episode, including the responses of the team to the questions they were asked by the potential funders. I'd suggest you all seek out places where people are pitching ideas and learn to watch presentations as a presenter. From the clip we just saw, as a viewer, you have a good sense of what the entrepreneurs are pitching, an eco-safe road mount product. From the clip we just saw, as a presenter, you have a good idea of how they pitched the product. They told a compelling story. They had a goldfish as a prop. They were well prepared to address questions. So don't just watch a presentation for content, the what of what's happening. Watch it for how the content is delivered, moves, modes, methods that work particularly well, and add those to your toolkit. So pitching ideas in formal context is just one space in which you'll share your ideas. You also have to pitch and present yourself. I'd encourage you all to think about how you pitch your ideas on your resume, your LinkedIn profile, maybe even with a professional portfolio site. The first pitch you have to make to develop your entrepreneurial career is to pitch yourself. It's one thing to tell people you have skills. I'm creative. I know the Adobe Creative Suite. I'm a communicator. I'm a problem solver. It's another thing entirely to show people your skills. I want to quickly share two examples from students in the program I teach in. First is Sam Block. This is the opening page of his professional portfolio. You can see he's essentially branded himself with a cool looking, smartly designed type treatment of his initials. He's also tagged or labeled himself professionally as someone who works in user experience and information technology. If we go a bit further into Sam's portfolio, we can browse through the projects he's worked on. For each one, we can click and read more about it and read more about Sam's contributions to it and what it resulted in. This is the front page of Katie Grimes' portfolio. She's a writer, editor, designer. She used Weebly to create this portfolio, a tool that some of you chose to use for Creativity Quest 1, which is a pretty robust tool and hosting platform for a professional portfolio. If we go a bit further, specifically into the design area of Katie's portfolio, we can see examples of the work she's done. It's one thing to say, I'm creative and I know the Adobe Creative Suite. It's another thing entirely to show those abilities. We can view each project in Katie's portfolio and a brief description of what the project was, how she worked on it, the research she did for it, what the results were, and more. I'd argue a key aspect of pitching yourself is not just telling people what you can do, but being innovative in tools, media, and approaches for showing them what you can do. We have 2 readings for this week, both of which focus on how entrepreneurs stay creative. Sometimes the everyday work of being an entrepreneur or intrapreneur takes up the majority of your time. Running budgets, managing staff, approving publicity or marketing approaches. Making sure you have time to nurture your creativity is important, and these 2 pieces offer some really good advice for doing so. We have 2 cases for this week. Both are MSU publications, and both relate to the concept of pitching yourself. You do so with your resume, your LinkedIn profile, how you introduce yourself at networking events, and more. So one of the cases is MSU's Career Passport book, which they produce annually. Skim through it. There are fantastic ideas here for you to consider as an intern or an employee, but there are great ideas for you to consider as someone who might potentially be hiring your own employees or, unfortunately, firing your own employees. The other handbook is MSU's 12 Essentials, and this short guidebook describes the 12 key characteristics that employers report looking for in new hires. Finally, we have 2 sparks for the week. One is a set of legendary initial pitch decks and what we can learn from them. The second is a set of tips for building a better pitch deck. And both of these showcase some of the strategies that I've talked about in this video. Again, this is our last week of class. There's no final for class. Creativity Quest 4 is due by noon next Wednesday, April 28th, uploaded to D2L by noon Eastern. So are your 2 creativity exposure write-ups. If something happens and you are not going to be able to make those deadlines, please reach out to me and let me know so we can talk about a revised deadline if appropriate. Otherwise, all work by noon Eastern next week, Wednesday, April 28th, uploaded to D2L. As you continue your work on Creativity Quest 4, please review the assignment and consider watching the Week 13 overview video. That's when I originally presented the assignment and shared some examples. Please also use my response sheet if it's helpful. That's what I'll be looking for as I review your work. If you have any questions as you wrap up our work for the semester, please email or text me. Let me know.